Hey everyone, this is Erin. Welcome to the Cardboard Republic. This is a to be played video. We're going to talk about the games that we have planned to get on the table in January. Before that though, let's look back at the last to be played video. We recorded one in November before the holidays, talking about the games that we wanted to get in then. How well did we do? Actually not that bad. First up is Dice Hospital. This is a game about treating patients. The pips on each die represent the health that the patient has. They travel around in little ambulances. It's real cool. Anyway, we did play this one. Next is Arkham 3rd Edition. I love Arkham, and we played the newest version. I'm not quite sold on it. I think partially because I love how big and unwieldy and ridiculous Arkham 2nd Edition is. But that's a thing that was kind of mostly fixed in Arkham 3rd Edition. A lot of people are happy with that. They didn't like that about previous versions of the game. But for me, like that's just, it is what it is. So I don't know. We're going to keep the 3rd edition. I'm going to give it some more tries, maybe with some like expansions. It'll be, I don't know. I love the chaos of the older one. Ceylon is a game about tea. I really like tea, but unfortunately we were not able to get this to the table. We played Underwater Cities. That was the next one on our list. The mechanics are really cool in that game. I kept knocking over all of the cubes. It was a little bit fiddly in that sense, but it was clever. I'm not sure if it's a game that I'm going to want to play all the time, but it does something interesting and it definitely made me feel like I wanted to play it again. Dinosaur Island is basically Jurassic Park, the board game. And we played it, and I loved it so much. This one I definitely want to play again and again and again because it was so fun, and the little dino meeples are fantastic. They're great. Finally, we have And Then We Held Hands. This is an abstract game about a relationship. It's a 2-player only game. Ryan and I did play it. I really didn't like it. It was too abstract for me and too, I don't know, if I say too weird, it conveys the wrong message because I like a lot of games that are really weird. But this one, it's just what I was doing didn't make any sense. And like just the whole game as a whole, I just played it and I was like, I didn't really care. I didn't get invested in it. So probably saying bye to that one. That's 5 out of 6 games, which is actually really good, even though we kind of had 2 months to do it. Now for January. Our first game is our indie spotlight for the month, Good Dog, Bad Zombie. This is a game where all of the players are cooperative. They are playing as a pack of dogs in a post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world. The dogs are going out to look for the remaining humans. It looks adorable and I'm excited. It's a clever take on the zombie theme because zombies have been totally done, but I've never seen it like this. So I'm excited to give it a try. And then Curly Cooler, which is a cute little game about snails. It's an older game, but I just got it for Christmas because I love snails. It's a little dexterity game about rolling these snails into a garden full of sprouts and trying to knock over the sprouts. It's about snails, and so I wanted it. Gen 7, on the other hand, is a big game, or at least it seems big in comparison to the ones that we just talked about. It's another of the Crossroads games, so like Dead of Winter, where they're very, very story-driven. But instead of this one being about zombies, Gen 7 is all about a generation ship traveling through space. You are part of the newest wave of crew members, and as soon as you wake up out of stasis, I guess, probably, I don't know, you are encountered with this weird mystery that you have to work together to solve. I'm pretty pumped for this. It's an interesting take on my favorite trope, which is a bunch of people trapped in an abandoned house for a weekend. It's kind of the same thing, like a big spaceship. So I'm looking forward to playing this one. I like Dead of Winter and I like what that system does. It'll be cool. And then we have Escape Tales: The Awakening. This is an interesting take on an escape room game because it's not just a room. It's not just a set of cards or, you know, a booklet. It's a whole game built around an escape room. There's a actual plot besides just you're looking for treasure. So it's all about this parent who is trying to save their child. In order to do so, they have to travel to another dimension, and you have to gather the components for that and escape it. And I had predicted that this year we would see more games that used escape room as a mechanic instead of as the whole entire system of the game, that like put other stuff in there. And this is the first one I've played that is really seeming to be heading in that direction. I can't wait to give it a try. Our replay game for January, so that's a game we've played before that we're going to play again, is Prospectus. Prospectus is a game in which you are a wizard selling potions on the potion stock market, essentially. You have a crystal ball, which is actually this really, really show-stopping, like 3D crystal ball, and you put cubes into it and some come out the bottom. It's essentially a cube tower. You can kind of see what's in there, but you don't necessarily know what's going to come out. And it symbolizes that you do, as a wizard, have some knowledge of the future, but not perfect knowledge. The game as a whole is much, much heavier than the theme makes it seem like. It seems like it would be almost like Potion Explosion, but it's actually more like Trickerion. It's a heavier game. We made that mistake the first time we played it. We went in expecting this to be like 45 minutes and pretty light, and it was not. So I think going in again is going to be a different experience, and I'm looking forward to giving it that other shot because that crystal ball thing, so good. Finally, we have Star Trek Ascendancy. This is a game off our 100 games in 100 days list that we've been working through. Obviously, we totally missed the 100 days mark. Life happens, but we are going to continue to play those games. So Star Trek Ascendancy is challenging to play, which is why it got on that list, because it needs exactly 3 players. And it is very rare for us to have exactly one other person come over who likes Star Trek and board games and has a few hours and wants to play Star Trek The Ascendancy with us. It's just, it requires a lot of planning and we didn't quite get there, but we will this month because it's on the list and I really, really just want to play it. So that is January. I'm looking forward to getting a lot of these games to the table. Most of them I'm pretty excited about, which is always fun. And we will check back in at the beginning of next month to let you know how we did and let you know what we're planning on doing in February. Also, just a little programming note, we're going to be rolling out some new video styles soon. To make time for that in our schedules, we've had to table the haul videos, at least for the time being. So you won't be seeing those anymore, but you will be seeing a whole bunch of new videos coming out soon. We hope that you appreciate them. And as always, if you have any feedback, you can find us on Twitter at Cardboard News. You can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on BGG, and of course at cardboardrepublic.com. If you're interested in supporting what we're doing, go over to Patreon. You can find us there too. We'll see you soon. Bye.